Hey everybody, it is really important to me to help you in your walk with Christ. And so every week I try and think of one or two things I can share that will hopefully be something you can apply to your life to make your walk with Christ richer and deeper, and that you're going further into your faith all the time. Now, today's piece of advice, I got to admit, is not going to be easy for you, but I promise you, if you'll hear me and try it, you'll see a dramatic change in how you start your day and your focus on Jesus throughout the day. You know, when God called Moses, he called him through a burning bush, and he had to use that burning bush to get Moses' attention. You know, if you're out tending sheep on Mount Oreb and you look over and see a burning bush, you're going to kind of walk over to see what's going on with this bush that won't burn up. And that was the way God got Moses' attention. And God wants our attention. He deserves our attention. But there are so many things vying for our attention all the time that God is having a hard time, I think, in a lot of our lives getting our attention. I mean, we have kids that have to be tended to. We have kids that have to be picked up. We have laundry that needs to be done. We have house cleaning and chores that need to be done around the house. We have things to fix if you're the guy or the gal who fixes things at your house. There's meals to be prepped, and there's groceries to be picked up, and just on and on and on. And that does not even include work and work emails and work text messages and social media and all of the above. And God has to find a way to get to us through all that noise. Now, my problem that I've come up to realize is that in the past, I was getting up in the morning, I would spend time in prayer before I did anything else, and then set my coffee down on my desk, and I would open the news, and I would read through the news, and I would read through, the sports headlines, check my email, and maybe end with a little social media, and then I would sit down and spend time reading the Bible. And I always contended that I was just too sleepy to read, and that's the reason that I needed those few minutes to start my day looking at the news. But you know what that does? It lets the world rush in on me first thing in the morning. Now, Aaron and I get up really early. I mean, kind of crazy early. We get up at 4 a.m. every day. Not quite that early on the weekends, but we get up at 4 a.m. every day. And so at 4:05, after praying, the world is just rushing in on me, and I'm reading all this stuff, and it's just starting my day off with the world rather than the Word. And so I've recently made a decision that the first 2 hours out of every day, I absolutely will not look at my phone, will not get on social media, will not open up a news website, will not look at my emails. I'll only focus on the things of God. So whether I'm writing a sermon, whether I'm reading the Bible, whether I'm in prayer, whether I'm listening to a sermon that I wanted to learn something about, whether I'm listening to Christian music, I just don't want my day to start with the world rushing in. I want to start with Jesus. And it is a transformational type of decision, because now I'm going out into the world with the truth filling my heart and my mind, knowing I'm going to hear tons of lies out there in the world. The world will lie to you because Satan is the king of this dark world, and there's a lot of lies out there. And so as I go into my day, I've prepared myself because I've spent the first 2 hours of my day completely with God as my focus. And it's just totally transforming me in a new way. I haven't been in the ministry in a long time, and I used to start my day more like that, but I got out of that habit. And so now I'm back into that place. So whether you get up a half an hour earlier or an hour earlier, I really encourage you to remember that this is the pattern of Jesus. Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house where he was staying, and he went off to a lonely place where he prayed. He had been so busy the night before. Just read Mark 1 and you'll see what I'm talking about. But in verse 35, we see him leaving the house and spending time in prayer because he knew what the day was going to be like, and he needed to make sure that God got his attention first thing in the morning. When is God getting your attention? How is he getting your attention? Are you giving him a chance to have your attention, or are you just filling the day with everything from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed? I know there's a lot of people who will say, I just don't know how I can do that. I work a 12-hour shift every day, or, I fall into bed exhausted every night at 9 o'clock after I get the kids to bed, and and I throw in a load of laundry, I can barely even function. So I don't know how I can get up the next morning. I get it. But I'm telling you, if it's at all possible, if you think you can work this out half an hour earlier, and just do not let the world rush in on you. Just let God the Father have that first 30 minutes or an hour. If you can do like me, 2 hours, whatever it is of your day, it will change the way the rest of your day goes, because you will have started your day with God and you will have already let him have your attention first thing, and then it changes the way you approach the rest of your day. I promise you. It improves your walk. It makes you ready. It brings you a sense of peace and comfort going into your day. Keep walking with him. Get up early if you can. Mark 1:35. I'll do the same. I'll keep doing the same. And I'll see you next week.